All right, just got this today. Finally came in the mail from Audeze. It's March 17th, and it came really fast after I got the update that Microsoft had approved the Xbox license, which is what we were all waiting for if you were getting the Xbox version. The box, pretty simple. Kind of tells you what you're getting. Nothing crazy on the back, just kind of how their magnetic planar technology works, and a few other details like that. It's pretty awesome looking. Now we're gonna unbox it and get going on setting it up. Okay, here we are out of the box with a foam cover there. Looks like you get some directions, what the different buttons do, and different things like that. Give you a pretty good little visual representation of what's going on, so you're not left not knowing. And here we are, Audeze Maxwell for Xbox. And we also have the little dongle, which gives you Xbox or PC. As we know, this should work for the PS5, Xbox, and PC, I believe. I'm pretty sure about that. And we've got the headset itself. I can just get in here and grab it. Okay, coming out. Okay, here we go. And it feels very sturdy, actually. Obviously, I'm not going to do a full review right now, but just kind of checking it out. As you can see, the material looks kind of like a grayish, almost a dark gray color, but I'm going to set that over there with the dongle for now, see if there's what else is going on in here. And everything that was underneath in there. Obviously, this thing comes with a pre-activated Dolby Atmos, I guess, plan. I'm not really sure how it works, but I know that you get it with Xbox. And then obviously PS5 has their own proprietary, not really sure what it is, but there's the mic boom, obviously a 3.5, and you've got your USB to C conversion, but that I believe is for the dongle. So yeah, that's how you plug in the dongle there, and then you've got a regular C to C USB-C cord here. So yeah, this is what comes with the Audeze Maxwell. Pretty simple, nothing crazy. You know, pretty standard stuff here. The foam is really, you know, tight, really firm stuff, so I don't think it's going to be damaged in transit. I do see that my box looks like it was dropped or something, so hopefully this guy doesn't have any issues. First things first, I'm going to plug it up and actually to my PC, and I'm going to get on the Audeze app. I'm trying to remember what it's called. And download the firmware, because the Audeze HQ actually is what it's called for PC and Mac. Gonna download the firmware and see if we can update this puppy before I get into trying to review it. All right, after unboxing it, the Audeze Maxwell, and hooking it up to the PC and getting into the Audeze app, the Audeze HQ, I think is what it's called. I can honestly say this is really a good headset. It's just blown me away, and I've only got done with playing some Destiny 2 for only about, I would say, a couple hours. Everything is really easy to set up inside the Audeze HQ application on the PC. You just plug the dongle and switch it to PC, and then you also plug this guy in with the USB-C, and it'll kind of prompt you what you need to update, if you need to update anything. So far you can't customize EQ settings. I know that's coming. I hope it's coming soon. So far my favorites are the bass boost and the immersion or immersive presets, and those just have a little bit more bass, a little bit more just thuds. You know, when there's explosions, you can kind of feel them more. I'm coming from Astro A50s, and which is a great headset. I mean, when they worked, I can't. Of course, I think mine are Gen 2 or Gen 3, so I can't even update the firmware for those right now anymore, for that matter. So they're kind of bricked, but when they did work, they were amazing. I mean, they were amazing headsets. They had good bass response. I'm not really all the way a bass head. You know, you got some people that get gaming headsets and nothing's good enough. It's just nothing has enough bass. And but for me, it's got to have a little bit. It's got to have some punch. I've got to be able to kind of feel the rumble, but I don't want it to overtake everything else. I don't want it to muddy up everything to where I can't hear the highs, I can't hear the mids, I can't hear the footsteps. But yeah, I just got done playing Destiny 2, and I got to tell you, coming from the Astro A50s, these take the cake. These are a lot better. I think the sub bass frequency on the Astros go down to 20 hertz or megahertz, and these go down to 10. And from what I understand, I mean, I don't know, you can correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure from what I understand, the lower it gets, the better the sub bass, the deeper it is, the louder and cleaner it is. And this one gets down to 10 megahertz or gigahertz. I can't remember what that is. I'm pretty sure it's megahertz. So I know that doesn't seem like that big of a jump, but 10 really kind of is a big jump in the world of sub bass. And so you feel it, you hear it, and you feel it. I am excited for when the custom settings, you know, they allow you to make custom EQ settings comes out. I'm not going to turn the bass way up, but it'll be a little bit more customizable. I think I'll be able to do what I want with it. But yeah, I mean, you just every little noise in the game you get. It can do so much as well. I mean, you just switch the dongle to PC and it'll connect. You switch it to Xbox and it'll connect automatically to your Xbox. Now, I do recommend obviously doing the firmware updates on both the dongle and the headset before you play with this. But you know, that's kind of a given. And it does connect to the PS5. Pretty cool. I just plugged it in and it worked. I was kind of shocked, but it does as of right now. I can confirm it works with both Xbox Series X is what I've got, and the PS5. So really great headset. My final test is always with music. That's kind of the testing finality, I guess, if you will, because I was fully prepared to send this back if it didn't have enough bass, if it just didn't live up to like the A50s, the Astro A50s. So what I did is I just connected, which all you have to do is just hit the power button, which, you know, the power button is right here on the side. You just have to turn it on and then hit it twice, and that's in pairing mode, and then connect it to your phone or whatever Bluetooth device you're trying to connect to. And so I got into a few tracks that I always test headsets out with, and about eight to 10 tracks. And I got to tell you, it was incredible. I mean, it sounded like, I don't know, like Bose headset or something. It sounds better than my Sony. I have the newest Sony XMF 1000. I can't remember what exact model they're called, but the Sony earbuds that, you know, if you kind of an audiophile like me, you kind of track reviews and track how things are going, and the newest Sony earbuds are kind of like the top of the list. They're better than anything Apple can make. They're better than anything Samsung can make. They sound incredible, and they have great bass. These are better, which they should be. I mean, the drivers are 90 millimeter, magnetic planar drivers. So, this technology is completely different than the standard dynamic drivers that are in all other headsets. They look like the circle with the smaller circle in the middle, and they move air by going in and out. Well, these are completely different. They move air by magnetics and by magnets, and so they're 90 millimeter drivers, and most headsets are only 50 if you really find something fantastic. But they sound amazing. In fact, I was using those Sony earbuds. I Bluetooth connect them to my TV, and I would game that way, because nothing sounded as good until these guys. I have stuff to do today. I have errands to run, but I found myself, I couldn't get away from playing Destiny because it was fun. It was just funner with these on. A lot of people are complaining about, just look at those ear cups. They're huge, and they're pleather, they're that synthetic leather type material. And man, I thought they were going to get so hot and just annoying, but they didn't. They honestly didn't for me. But granted, that was only a 2-hour gaming session. I do apologize. I can see this on my camera, the glare from maybe the window behind me. I don't know. I apologize about that. I'm seeing that right now. I apologize about that. But I didn't get hot. My ears did not get hot. I did not get tired wearing this headset. It is a heavy headset. You can feel it. You can feel it on your head, but it doesn't get heavy or uncomfortable. Or for me, it didn't even get hot for me. So I don't know. If I were to give this a rating out of 10 right now, it would definitely be a 9. A solid 9 though. And that's saying a lot, because if you consider a good set of headphones is like a 7, it's above average. 8 is great. 9 is almost perfect. I think what would give this a little bit more, maybe 9.5, and maybe even a 10, would be if I could dig into the custom EQ settings, and maybe if it just had just a hair more bass. I'm like I said, I'm not a bass head. That's not all I want to hear, but I do want to feel it. I want to feel explosions. I want to feel bass in the songs. Now I did. I felt all the bass in the songs, and I think it's probably going to be based on the game that you play as well. Because we all know there's a lot of games out there that just put out more bass. All you got to do is compare different songs. Different songs are designed to hit harder than the others. And when I put those songs through these headphones, there is no problem. With music, it's a 10, easily a 10. But with games, I think you have to find that game that has the rumbles, maybe playing Call of Duty like Warzone or Modern Warfare 2 or something like that. Something new that is got a lot of explosions and rumbles and things like that. I did notice some of that in Destiny, when the Cabal ships would come down and, their pods, their circular pods would land right in front of you. I did feel that. But yeah, I can't wait to get in there and play with the custom EQ settings, and see what I can do with this thing, cranking up the bass just a little bit more. Now, I don't want to overdo it. Like I said, muddying out everything else is not my goal. It's just a little bit more rumble. A lot of people are comparing these to the VZR Model 1s, which is a great headset. It can't do even half of what this can do. Obviously, this is wireless, and that is not. VZR 1s have more bass. They just do. So if you are a bass head, I would probably get those. But see, I want wireless. I want to be able to connect to Bluetooth. I want to be able to connect to my phone, answer calls when I'm gaming, and so on and so forth. So, and this can do that. And it can do it at a crazy frequency. I mean, the things the things that it's got Bluetooth 5.3, I mean 80 hours of battery life, and you get Dolby Atmos on the Series X or any Xbox right out of the box. So it's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive what it can do. Now, I didn't cover all of the different connections and all the cables, and I know that, okay? All I'm doing right now is what most people want to know about this thing. Does it sound good? And it does. There's several videos out there right now, review videos on the PlayStation version, which everything in here is exactly the same as the PlayStation version, other than this can connect to both systems and a PC. So that's why this one costs, I think, $30 more than the PlayStation model. So yeah, the sound is just, it's stellar. I mean, you know exactly where people are running around. You can hear the footsteps, you can hear everything with that Dolby Atmos virtual surround. However, you know, the positional surround is amazing. So yeah, I easily a 9, definitely better than the Astro A50s. You know, and I know some might be saying that are Astro heads. You haven't heard the newest generation. Yes, I have. I bought some. I played with them for a while, but then I really thought about it, and I didn't want to have eventually another bricked headset, which does happen. Eventually, they come out with headsets, you know, successors and stuff like that after the model that you have, and guess what? Their firmware can't update older models anymore. So it's like, yeah, it's a bricked headset now. It just sits there. It doesn't do anything. So I sent it back, got my money back, because I heard these were coming out. And I don't regret it, because these are better. Like, I mean, would I say crazy amount better? No, but I gave the Astro A50s probably about a 7.5. And these, like I said, a solid 9. So considerably better. So anyway, you can leave me some comments, questions, whatever. I can answer the best I can. But yeah, there's your review on this amazing new headset.